is kind of strange. Oh, okay. Night 1. Okay. You. Okay. What do I do? Okay. I have no idea what's happening here. Is this all this is? Is looking at... Oh, can I just turn them all on? Oh, what? Okay. Okay. What is that? But evidently this is a sequel to another game that they made. I want to eat that hot dog. Oh my gosh, it was moving. This is weird. I like how it's just a CRT monitor that I'm looking at. Some weird owl head on the wall. Yeah, it's supposed to be like Five Nights at Freddy's. I said that whenever I turned it on. And they have like several games of these where one of them is like, the pizzeria has become a burger place. And it's like, okay, does it change the game in some way? I read some of the reviews, and evidently if you fail, if you get to like night 2 or 3 and you fail, you have to start over from the first night. This is so weird. But it's a nice change from the other games. I think that chicken one's probably my favorite one, though. I can't believe it lets you kill little children. That's so sad. Wasn't 6 o'clock the goal? What's the goal? How late am I supposed to stay? They're all just like reading books and cooking in the kitchen. What does the future of these games hold now that there's no more Chuck E. Cheese? Oh crap! Did you see that? Ugh! What happens if he gets in? Okay, it looks like 8 o'clock? Is that what time it was? Don't act like you never want to kill children. I don't know what the point is of this part. Oh. I can't activate the last camera. Can I only choose certain cameras? Oh. What cameras? Why would I... You know what, let's just activate all the ones that are around me. We don't necessarily need one, so... There. Okay, I see that at the bottom right it tells me how many cameras are allowed to be active. This is actually pretty neat. I wonder if there's a reason to look at the cameras, or can I just sit here and wait for them to approach the doors? There's no reason not to just wait until you see them. I wonder if there's a reason for the flashlight. What's the incentive of looking at the cameras when you have to close the doors when they come? Aren't there 3 doors and you can't see them all? No, there's only 2 doors. There's only 2 buttons for the 2 doors. Although in the cameras, it does say there's supposed to be 3, but I guess they don't care about that one. That is kind of weird. In the original Five Nights at Freddy's, the incentive of looking at the cameras was that there was one animatronic that did not act like the rest. If you ignored looking at the cameras, then he would rush straight to your room and kill you. That was the only incentive for looking at the cameras. I actually really enjoy the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I've never really played them myself, but I like watching people play. This is, like, nothing's happening. Nobody's come to the rooms so far. Maybe that's what the flashlight is for, is because I don't have a 3rd door button. If somebody comes in here, then I just... I don't know. Oh! Oh, you can only close 1 door at a time? You love how ridiculous the phone on the table is, I know. But yeah, there's supposed to be a door to the right. Oh, it's 6 cameras again. It's the same as last time. I'm guessing that the incentive to look at the cameras here is that it actually freezes them. Like, you see them moving, and as soon as the camera gets on them, they stop moving. There's also a hot dog on the table. I want to eat it. Give me that dog. See? They just, like, stop moving. Cameras just seem like a waste of energy. I wish they had some kind of backstory for these. It'd probably make them more interesting. You didn't realize the tall thing was a monster. It was a bunny. It made your heart stop. These ones are actually pretty fun. I may try to find all the other Five Nights at Freddy's games that they posted. We'll binge them together. I really want to see that hamburger one. The pizzeria became a hamburger joint. I need to like get pictures of all of the store pages for these games because they're the funniest part of these games. I wasn't looking. They're just dancing. That was so funny. Oh! No! Ah! I wonder where they get these sounds from. Oh, it does start you on night one. This is like hard mode. This game would not be for you. I find this hilarious. The original game is actually pretty spooky. I really like the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I just recently started watching people play it again, just for funsies. Man, we were so close too. It was like 6 o'clock, I think. I should be like ready to flashlight. I don't know what the flashlight does. There's no... Let me see, is there... There's no explanation as to what anything does. All I know is I get to choose a certain amount of cameras before we start. And that's it. I don't know if looking at the cameras is helpful. And I don't know what the flashlight does. I don't know the names of the animatronics. Come on, give me something to work with here. We'll have to make up our own stories. We're inside some weird quantum room that has 3 exits, but only 2 are visible at a time for some reason. You just had to eat a Tums because of how worried this. I'm so sorry. I didn't know this was gonna upset anyone. Or it's such a tummy. How is my power still at 100% when I've been looking at the videos? Oh goodness. You're exaggerating, but you couldn't play this. It's scarier than Resident Evil. I did try to play Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and it would get my heart pumping real hard. You might need one too because you ate pizza earlier, and talking about this game made you think about Chuck E. Cheese. It's gonna make you sick. Do we even need this camera 7 since this is some weird quantum room that doesn't really exist in the game? We need to see what's in room 7 actually. Let's see what room 7 even is. What's in there? And how does it connect to our room? Actually, I think that hallway is what's not portrayed. Because the rooms I can see is one's a cafeteria looking room. And then I don't even know the other one. Oh wait, no, I think it's the hallway and room 7 that we can see. Because it looks like a hallway. So let's see what's on camera 6, because that seems to be a room that's connected to where we are. But we can't see it. Chuck E. Cheese pizza is pretty gross. I know I've been to Chuck E. Cheese, but I can't even really remember what the pizza tasted like. In San Antonio, they have something similar called Peter Piper Pizza, which is basically Chuck E. Cheese, but it's called Peter Piper Pizza. And they weren't too bad. It didn't really have a mascot that I can remember. Alright, what's in room 6? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm guessing that this map and the room we are sitting in were designed at 2 different parts of development and they never like cross-referenced them. Because it doesn't make any sense. Trying to figure out what rooms I can actually see and are displayed on the map. They don't make sense. Kids will eat any pizza. They just wanted to play on the structure or arcade games and things. I'd stuff it down so I could get back to play. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much my experience too. So far this game whoa, what's going on in here? But so far it seems like this game is like everyone just kind of shuffles around for the first 5 hours of your shift, and then in the last hour everyone tries to rush your office at the same time. That's what it seems like so far. But yeah, I'll have to go and take pictures of all the store pages for these games. And then maybe one night, maybe in October, I guess, we'll sit down and stream all these weird Five Nights at Freddy knockoff games. So around like 6 or 7 o'clock, they're gonna all start coming to my office. Oh my god. What? He just like lifted his arms up and ran away. Oh, the camera. Maybe the camera helps get them away. I don't know. They're like, oh crap, he saw me. Alright, it's almost 7 o'clock. Now watch. Now is when they're all gonna start coming. They're all gonna come over and try to say hi. Any second now. There's one. Oh no! Lights! Lights! No! Hello. Ugh! This guy sounds like me, as if I had made these. What is the eyeball? Oh, watch the ad and continue. Oh, so they want you to watch an ad to continue from the night you're on. But pushing these buttons doesn't seem to play anything. I'm not going to do it right now to prove my point. Just in case it does play an ad. Yeah, they've got at least 2 of these games. Or I guess at least 3 because of the one where the pizzeria becomes a hot dog. Watching an ad isn't so bad to you. I'm almost certain, because I've tried it on all of their other apps, that watching the ads doesn't seem to work. Here, let's see. Add 10 more energy. Yeah, it's trying to load a video when I click add 10% energy, but it won't load it. Can I just hold down? Oh, you click on it and it turns on. Does that use up power? Oh, it does. What does it do? Didn't I stream a crazy game called Granny? I don't think so. I may have streamed this game about... It's like a horror game with the Teletubbies. I've already forgotten what they're called. Some game that my son and I used to play. I don't know if we streamed it or not, but it was actually pretty creepy. I remember we talked about Granny, but I don't think I ever played it or streamed it. I haven't really streamed many horror things because my husband doesn't like horror. It's like my favorite genre. Major magic. What does the flashlight do? I may just let them come in just so I can test out what the dang flashlight even does. Maybe I'll just do that in my own time. I wonder what the other animatronics even look like. I've only seen that yellow wolf thing come in here and kill me. All the other ones I see on the camera are just black, so I don't know what they look like. We'll have to do some fan art for these characters. Oh! Is that the bear? Was he on his way over here? They look so funny. should have let him come in here so I could use the flashlight. We can dance. I like dancing. Here, I got a strobe light in here. Here, let's see what this does. This is... Are they scared of the flashlight? Wait, what? What is he doing? Are they scared of the flashlight? Why do I even have to bother with the doors? Just turn on the flashlight. Remember in the Fort Condor minigame how the troops would walk? Oh, yeah. That's how these things move around. Pretty much. I mean, are those soldiers animatronics? They look like animatronics, too. Alright, night 2. I'm just gonna try using the flashlight. Whenever I see them coming. Like, what's the point of the doors if you've got a flashlight? Maybe it only works on the door that's directly in front of me, and the one on the left has to be closed? I don't know. This game is so confusing. Oops. Did we have any bad storms? We had a... I swear I at least heard thunder in the last week or two, and we've had some rain, but... Crap, crap, crap. We've had some rain, but not anything really bad. Alright, let's see if the flashlight works for the ones on the left. Does it? Oh, I guess so. Crap, why even bother with the doors? Like, does it... Oh! Goodbye! I guess that's my strategy, is I freeze them in the doorway and crush them with the doors. Let's see, what time is it? I actually didn't think I would be playing these weird apps the whole night, but this one's actually pretty fun. Everywhere here is Mexican town. They weren't making the camera noises just then. I want to see if we can at least get past night 3. I think that's the night we're on. Oh my god! That thing was booking it! Oh. He's inside the room. I don't think closing the door is going to do anything. Oh my god. I think we're dead. I don't think we can survive for 2 hours. Wait, what? What? Oh, okay, bye. I don't know what the heck that was. Evidently that happens. Alright, this time we have enough power. That's just 30 more seconds. He's like, hey, what's going on? What a dumbo. He's frozen by my face. He wants nothing to do with you. You're not even worth killing. Oh, we've only got 5 cameras this time. Oh, and we can't even choose number 1. That's pretty neat. I like that kind of mechanic. Anyways, I guess that's gonna be it for tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed these weird, wacky games. I'll have to get the rest of these Five Nights at Freddy ones, though. They were actually really fun. You know, I don't think I have the goodbye animation on this one. Darn.